ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Call it covenant, not cocky. You cannot break me, this world's mine for the taking. Got an inch, man, I'm making. Oh, I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goal. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a...
So, got my roundovers changed up. Took a layer out. Like, I had 2 layers at the top. I took one out. 2 layers at the bottom. Took one out. Opened this up. I turned it on to see if it was gonna play. You know, just test. And we had very little wind. Like, very little wind. I come back here and open this because I tried a couple different songs and it wasn't up to its expectation. I knew changing that port wasn't going to do that because with nothing in it at all, it'd play 17 hertz fine, both windows down. Yeah, so I knew there was a problem. I just had to get to the bottom of the problem. And these 2 amps were in protect. Now, to diagnose an issue like this, there's a couple things you should do. You know, like, I turned the car off, turned it back on, let them reboot, whatever, you know, power cycle them. They were still in protect. So, the next step was I got my multimeter out, and I checked the ohm load coming out of the enclosure of all the subs going to these 2 amps. And then I checked it with these, because this side was still good. Well, they were ohming out right, which means I didn't lose a sub, which would cause these to go and protect from coils shorting out. So my next venture, and this is what you should do if you get an amp stuck in protect, take speaker wires out of your amplifiers. Like, my ground goes here, and my hot goes on that one. So I took them out, repower cycled the amps. This one came out of protect. This one stuck in protect. So I'm down an amp. And at this point, it all is going to be dependent on what DS18 does for me. I mean, I tried to call Aaron. I left a message for Aaron to call me back. Now, a lot of people trash DS18, bash DS18, and all kind of other stuff. That's all well and good. They've normally done me right on this kind of stuff, you know. I know point, but they wouldn't have sold near as many of these as they have if I wouldn't have threw them in this Jeep and like ran them, you know, when they first come out, because I dealt with all kind of shit when I swapped to these amps. I dealt with people telling me that they were full bridge garbage, they were made in China, blah, 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 and they are S&I build house Korean amps, and they are pretty badass, but I lost one. Don't know why, but I lost one. You know, there wasn't no pop. It don't smell. And, you know, I've done the old sniff test at the end. There's no bad smell. Nothing. It's just really weird. Don't know why I lost it. I mean, I guess it was bound to happen sooner or later. But I did. I loaded up a song and I turned the volume up and I started rolling the bass in, and it just wasn't right. And come to find out, yeah, that amp's stuck in protect. So anyway, guys, let's see what old Billy's got going on with that F-150. I had a few of you guys like really curious about that. Okay, let's see what Billy's doing. What are you doing over here, Billy?
Oh, we're just doing a little Craig jigging, building a port for those 6.
Yeah, so I ain't even trying to show them subs in the background, but let's go ahead and look in here at what Billy's got going on. I got 4, that's 8. That'd be 12. That's 16. Yeah, them are 12-inch cutouts. So, yeah, 16 12s going in here. Nice 4-layer baffle, countersunk, and guys, I can't stress enough. I know I tell you all the time, but that baffle needs supported. You know, and you need good bracing in there. So right here you can see what Billy has done. A little different. I don't do this when I build, you know, because my baffle is permanent. I guess it'd be nice to do something like this because my baffle is permanent. I'd literally have to come up to the edge and cut my baffle out, but Billy made his rig and just popped that bad boy right out of there. But that's some really good steel bracing supporting the baffle. So yeah, 1612s going in here. I come out this morning and helped him calculate the port area, because 6th order with a slot port. So when I got here this morning, we had to do a bunch of math on getting the port, and that's what he's building now. And he is double layering that port. And being a good bass head friend that I am, I brought him my 8-gauge speaker wire. He's going to need a lot of it. He's going to need a lot for all this. He's got 12 here. The rest of the stuff up there. But actually, I think he's got 13 here. But yeah, look at this. These Genesis 12s. But my God, look at this. Look at the ass on that thing. Yep. Believe it or not, these 12s have the same exact size motor as my damn 15s. So he's going to have motor force in there for days. I don't know what the hell happened here. There we go. We got it back. But yeah, this is probably going to be not a great video for this weekend because I don't know what I have planned for tomorrow. I was going to do some nice bass videos today, but like I said, I lost an amp. And at this point, I could make jumpers and take that 1 amp out and run 2 subs per amp. Now they're dual 4. That's 2. I'd be at 1 ohm per amplifier, which wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I could drop down. I might do that. I probably will. It is what it is. I'll probably do that this weekend. Maybe tomorrow. Go and wire it back for just the 3 amps until I can get somebody from DS18 to get back a hold of me to tell me if they're going to swap that out for me or not. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go peace for now, and I'm going to see what Billy's going to do here. And I'm probably going to cry a little bit off camera, maybe. Nestle into my wife's bosom and shed some tears. I don't know. No, not really. It's just an amp, guys. In this hobby, you got to take the good with the bad, I was out here one day, a few months back, and Billy lost 2 amps off the rip. And he had just bought a 4th one and put 4 in and lost one. So, stuff happens, guys. It does. You just kind of got to take it with a grain of salt and power through it. And that's what it's about, So, anyway, I'll be crying. No, I ain't gonna be crying. It's still the same day. We got a port made. And I mean, there was a few of you wondering about this build here. I let a sneak peek of it go by. So, this is gonna be a nasty build. Damn, that would be an awesome picture, I can take a picture while I'm filming video. I did it. That's cool. I didn't even know iPhone had that. Yeah. But I'm just giving y'all an update. I did get a hold of somebody from DS18. I got a hold of Anthony, and I told Anthony my situation with that amp, and he's like, "No problem, man. Get me your info, and we'll get you a shipping label to return it, and we'll get it swapped out for you." So, guys, a lot of these companies out here, and y'all know I'm diehard G2, man, just because Paul, the owner of G2, does me so good. And actually, the way he treats his people on his team impressed Billy enough. Billy doing a G2 build. But And Billy's already jumped on Team G2. But, you know, because like I said before, you get the call, you get to talk to the owner of the company. That means a lot, you know, being able to just call up the owner of the company. But I'm not going to knock DS18 at all. I've been on Team DS18 before. And my wife, I still run DS18 amps. My wife, the majority of her build, with the exception of subwoofers, are DS18. So, on a Sunday, I managed to get a hold of somebody from DS18. They called me back, and I got a problem taken care of. That means a lot, guys. So, not knocking DS18 at all. I thought it was very upstanding because it is a Sunday. And I just managed to, you know, throw out a message on Facebook, and he got back to me, and he's like, no problem. I dig that. So I will either this evening, right now I'm helping Billy work on his build. So it'll be this evening or in the tomorrow sometime. I am going to go ahead and go out to the Jeep and wire up 3 amps. So it'll be, you know, the 15s are dual 4. So right now they're parallel. I'm going to do parallel on each sub, and then I'm going to parallel pairs. For you guys that don't understand how ohm loads work, I'll go ahead and break it down simple. A lot of you guys know this already, but if you got a dual 4 and you wire positive, negative to negative, then you get a 2 ohm sub. So that's the ohm load you'll get wiring positives together and negatives together. So I'm going to do that. And then two ohm subs. Once you wire 2 of them that way, you'll have basically 2 ohm loads. You wire positive, negative again, you get a 1 ohm load. So 2 subs per amp. It'll be at, each amp will be at 1 ohm. It ought to still be nasty as hell, guys. I guarantee it will. You know, I'll be down an amp, but it's still going to be pretty nasty. I'll do that, like I said, this evening or in the morning. It's all good. I'll have it back up and playing. I'm not going to go that long without bass. The wife was already still an amp out of the Blazer. I'm like, no, we ain't going to do that to the Blazer. But it is what it is, guys. It'll work out good for me that way. You know, 3 amps, 6 subs. I just wanted to give y'all an update, and I did want to, you know, give a shout out to Anthony from DS18 because he really came through for me in a pinch on that. Answered my call. You know, well, he actually called me back on a Sunday. I appreciate the hell out of that. So, anyway, guys, we're going to get back to work on the old F-160. Man, guy, I don't even know. So, I'm at home now. But before I left Billy's, I redid everything, which I had to have a jumper for the 3rd sub here. Because I got these laid out with the subs parallel, like 1 sub, 1 sub, 1 sub, 3 on each side. So I had to make a jumper to go all the way across from basically the bottom to the bottom here to hook to this amp. And then I had the top 2 subs here on this amp, top 2 over here on this one. And I was getting ready to set the gains. That's why I had speaker wire unhooked. This damn amp's staying in protect. It had like momentarily came out, and this one stayed in. So, 2 amps. So, I can rewire it and just run it on 2, which is what I'm going to do, but it's going to be tomorrow. Okay, it's like 3:30. It's heart-wrenching. I mean, I ain't going to cry, but, you know, like I said, that one day at Billy's, he was on 3 amps. He had 221s on each DC 9K. He got another one, put the 4th amp in, was running them strapped. And same thing, you know, we set them all up. We set the gains. He played a song real quick. And then he played another song, and we heard pop. And it took out 2 amps. So, you know, I mean, crap happens, guys. And all I was doing is playing, which I played it on the way to Billy's, you know. And I got that port redone. Opened it up a little bit where it's going to stay. And I just like started a song and rolled the bass knob up, and I'm like, it was really good at first, and then after a couple of seconds, it just seemed like it lost a lot. And I heard noise in the enclosure. I'm like, whoa. I tried another song, and I'm like, hey, this ain't right. So, basically what I had done at that point, okay, we ain't got a bad chandelier. I opened the hatch, and I saw a pair of amps protected. I don't know what caused it. I have no clue. My voltage was good. I had played that song before, so I know it wasn't weird on the ohm load. But crap happens, you know. I've been running them amps like 2 years and never had an issue, so it was bound to happen. It's just, I did send Anthony an email and like, hey, I got 2 bad amps, not just one. So hopefully they replace both of them. I said, I don't know where my standing is at with DS18. I was DS18 team member, but you know, that contract like expired. I haven't heard anything back about it, so yeah, it is what it is, you know. But Anthony said he was going to take care of one, so guess I got to send 2 in. So tomorrow, you'll get to see some footage of me. Yeah, exciting, right? Just dragging out some 2 amps and wiring for 2. So I literally had to move one from the bottom to the top, but no big deal. Guys, it does suck. I hope I get it fixed before Ruckus. If not, I'll still be at Ruckus playing on 2 amps. You know, it is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it. And I don't know. I mean, hopefully they'll get me 2 amps, so it'll be all good. If they do, I will definitely stand by. Which I'm standing behind DS18 right now anyway, because them amps are badass. And, you know, Anthony did get a hold of me on his day off. Well, I guess it is. This is Sunday. You know, he did call me back, and I appreciated that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here, go inside, and see what the wife wants to do for supper tonight. 'Cause I'm feeling kind of hungry. But, yeah, anyway, I'll be back tomorrow probably with some rewiring this bad boy for 2 amplifiers. If I do 2, each one will be at 0.67. I already figured that ohm load out, so that's not bad. That'll take it all day. All right, guys. Peace. Mrs. Sparkle. If you know, you know. So, it's Monday morning. We got 2 amps out. It's a pain in the butt to take the amps out of this thing. I ain't even gonna lie, guys. Oh, it's a pain in the butt. But I'm using wire ferrules now, and it makes it a whole lot easier to tape that stuff up and a whole lot less messy. So I do like that. But now you can see some of the names that are in there that got covered up by the amps. But anyway, guys, I guess yesterday when I had ended my video for the day yesterday, you know, I was talking about I had already got a hold of Anthony from DS18, and Anthony's like, sure, man, no problem. We'll take care of it. Well, you know, that was when I thought 1 amp was bad, and turns out it's 2. But he got a hold of me last night. He actually gave me a call back, and he's like, no problem. I'm sending over the shipping labels. And he did. He sent the shipping labels. So Anthony's like a true VIP. And God, I don't hate on DS18. I try not to hate on any brand, really. You know, I've had my ups and downs with like brand X, but other than that, like my wife's build is all DS18 except for head unit and subwoofers, and we all love the little Blazer. I will say, when I had them DS18 mids in my doors, it ain't that they sounded better or were clearer, because the McLarens are awesome, but them Pro Audio 10s that I had from DS18, good God, you can tell I just got up. Them Pro Audio 10s, I think the low frequency on them mids was like 60 hertz, and I can definitely tell a difference between that 60 and 100. It's like they're not playing as low. They're still loud as hell though. But DS18 has done me really good. I will say that, guys. That's all I really wanted to say this morning. Give another huge shout out to Anthony. I mean, that dude went above and beyond. You know, on his day off, when they're closed, to get back a hold of me and get me some shipping labels. I can't thank that dude enough. Thank you, Anthony. That's awesome. Now, I got 2 amps out. I have to move the other bottom amplifier up to the top where I just took the last one out of. So it'll basically be battery at the bottom, both amps at the top. And the only reason I'm doing that is it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to wire up the speakers because, you know, I have speaker terminals on each side. So I just need to get it moved up and then everything put back in. Fan bracket, fan, get everything wired. And then we're going to set some gains and go out and play a little bit, or try to. Do we think it'll still float stuff with just 2 amps or hair trick? That's what I want to know. Do we think it will? I think it will, possibly. I think it'll do an alright hair trick, and I think it will float. That's going to be my hypothesis. I'm using big words this morning, guys. Check that shit, a hypothesis. But yes, I think it will. Like I said, it's still, I'm up early. I need to replace an RCA also in the Jeep. Not that they're bad. I did, you know, buy all the Down for Sound or certified bass heads, RCAs. And I ordered a 4-channel RCA to go from the head unit to my DSP. And I'll be damned if that thing ain't like 6 inches too short. Because it's pulled pretty tight in there now. And I would really like to get it out. And I had already bought one that's like 2 foot longer to put back in. So I kind of need to get it swapped out. I might do that today since I ain't got a whole lot else going on. And unfortunately, it won't be me that will be replacing it. It's going to have to be my wife. Because getting them RCAs, like, from the back of the radio down in the dash, that is something that I can't do. I fight all day just trying to get my damn USB cord down through there. But she got these tiny hands. She'll actually, like, have her whole arm in the radio open and shoving it down, so. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work, guys. I'm going to try to get this finished up pretty early today. The sun's kind of vicious. So I got this one in. Got my fan mount there. This amp's the one that was down in this corner. Both of them on that side blue because they were strapped together. So these two were good. So I took this one, moved it up here, and switched it to master. So what I have to do now, everything's hooked up. Well, I still got to put a fan on here. But right now, everything's hooked up how it should be. What I really have to do at this point is set the gains on both amps. So yeah, I'm gonna do that here in a few minutes. I'm just kind of relaxing because we've been kicking butt this morning. It's just a pain in the butt to kind of move the amps around and like unzip tie everything where I had the wire management kind of done. It looks kind of plain in there though, look. That's how I'm gonna be rolling around for a week or two. Until we get the amplifiers back. Once again, very, very proud of, well, not proud, I'm just happy with how DS18 handled this, you know. Do they do this for everybody? Probably not this level of service, but you're still going to get good service, you know.
Comparable. Highly comparable.
You know, I think they're going to give you good service across the board if you buy directly, like, from DS18. But then again, you can get DS18 definitely at G2D Audio, G2 Dynamics. He carries DS18. Get him a plug. But I am a team member of DS18. I wasn't sure if I was still on Team DS18 or not. But after talking to Anthony yesterday, he said I am, so she was over trying to get a shameless plug.
I never post anything. What about
Yeah.
you?
She's got a video. It's got almost 5,000 views on it, and she don't post nothing. Nothing. She should start posting more.
I should get out more.
But drinking some vanilla Coke. So yeah, right now I'm gonna take a little breather.
If you're in North Mountain, try Geno's.
I'm gonna get out there and find my 5 minute long. And I crap you not, guys. I have 5 minute long tracks. And I don't know. I can't even remember where exactly I found them. But when I bought my DD1, I was, it came with a CD. I haven't owned a CD player in probably like 10 years. I don't even know I ain't bought a CD in 20. I've always, as soon as radios came out that had MP3 players built in with a USB, that just kind of took CDs out of the equation for me. The last CD I ever owned was a USAC CD from like 2006, back when I competed, and you had to play the USAC CD in your car. Like, they actually gave you the disc to play. And I had gotten my own when I got a membership, and I think they gave it to me. But I would do testing with it, with the Term Lab. So that was the last CD I ever owned, and I hadn't owned one like a couple years before that. But yeah, I'm glad they changed all that crap around. But anyway, long story short, I bought the DD1 to come with a damn CD. I don't even own a CD player. I don't even think my computer has a CD-ROM in it. My laptop might. But anyway, I was like, what the hell am I going to do with these? So I got online and did some searching for SMD tones. And I found a link to something. It's one of Steve Mead's sites or something. But it had the test tones on there that are compatible with the DD1. 5 minutes long, guys. 5 minutes long. I love that because, you get a hold of them like 30-second tracks. And when you're back there like trying to gain match amps, if you got it on repeat, sometimes there's like a little click or a pop through your mids and highs when that track like resets. And it took out an amp one time in Deb's Blazer doing that. That's like all it did is that real loud pop when the track set took out like a mids and high amp. So when I found them, I was like really happy. 5 minutes long. I mean, you can set one amp, go back up there, turn everything down, restart the track, go back, set another amp. If it's going to take you longer than like 5 minutes to do all of them.
If you're by yourself.
But when I do it, I will actually literally like set one amp and then I turn everything down, reset the track, turn it back up and go back and set another amp. Yeah, I know this video is getting boring and I'm rambling way too damn much, but I'm going to go, set gains. Okay, so peace. Everything is back in. Got the fan mounted and hooked up. That didn't come apart. I mean, speaker wires did. I had to run different speaker wires there because before, like the positive went from here to there, but the negative only went down to here. So, I mean, you get it from being strapped, but otherwise, it's all good. I did set the gains on them. We're at roughly 115 volts each. Clean. So, now we just got to see what it'll do. My voltage was kind of high when I set the gains, but, I set the gains like around 4 clicks higher than what I actually play it at. Like head unit volume, so it should be good to go, guys. Right now, I'll show you all the RCA that we got to pull. And this is what we're actually getting ready to do. See how tight this bad boy is? Boom, boom, boom. It's not like a bass string. It's pulled so tight underneath. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I unhook it, push it down there, up, come over here and back up if it'd be, I don't know. All I know is that we're actually going to replace it. I don't want it to look, I mean, I try to keep this stuff, I mean, it ain't perfect, but I try to keep it kind of neat. So, yeah, that's what we're getting ready to do now. God bless us. I guess a prayer did good. It's in. It was a 4-channel, and it's 2 foot longer than the old one. So what I wound up doing is, me and Deb, we taped all 4 RCA ends together, you know, like point to point, and just wrap tape on them. What, babe? What came unhooked? Well, I got to go because something came unhooked. Out of a fuse box? Yeah. I'll figure it out. But anyway, whoa. So, back where was I? We taped the ends together. We taped all 4 individually together. And she just got her arm in the end dash hole and gently, like, pushed it through. 'Cause it's a really tight spot. And there's like a big lug that goes from the center of the cord with all 4 like spanning out, you know. And you had to get that through, and then pretty much each individual RCA had to go through while she was pushing. I was just putting a little bit of pressure on it. So we got all that through, and she just climbed up under there and zip tied everything back up. And she said something came unhooked out of my fuse box. So,
Fan wire.
a what wire?
Fan wire.
Fan wire.
Tan.
Pan. I have no idea what
The
she said.
color is tan.
Oh, tan. Okay. But anyway, that's probably my power window switch wire. Anyway, it seems that we got that done, so I need to get in there and put the kick panel trim piece back on and the door seal piece, whatever. But we got that done, so I don't think there's going to be a whole lot more to do today. Except for maybe she's wanting to get the Blazer out and drive it up the road and shoot a couple videos. And I'm definitely going to take the Jeep up the road and just do a little testing. Who knows? But anyway, I'll holler at y'all. So we heading home from doing a little testing. And, I mean, it hair tricks on 2 amps. It'll float, but not great. I mean, certain songs that keep like stuff up in the window really good. There we go, she shifted. She wasn't wanting to shift. She a late shifter sometimes. It's kind of like a late bloomer, you know. But she did all right today. I'm just happy to have some bass back up in here with my Monkey D. Luffy and Ultra Instinct Goku bass knob. Oh, lit up, it looks pretty. But all right, guys, I'm just trying to fill this video out. You know, this is probably gonna be my end segment for the video or my closing, whatever. But anyway, guys, I hope you learned something from the video. I don't know what you're gonna learn though, but I did kind of show you how to diagnose when an amp goes into protect, things to check, you know, with your multimeter, like your ohm loads, to make sure you didn't blow a sub or have a bad coil. You know, after you check that, then unplug the speakers from the amp or unscrew them, you know, and then check the amp with no speakers turned on. If it's still in protect, the amp is pretty much bad. Peace out, guys, and as always, you know what Jerry says, bass on, guys.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.